Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by rsrdebtfree.com. rsrdebtfree.com. How to get something off your credit report. To remove an item from your credit report, you can dispute it with the credit bureaus, providing evidence if necessary and follow up until it's resolved. Alternatively, you may negotiate with the creditor directly to settle the debt in exchange for its removal from your report. According to the Federal Trade Commission, around 1 in 5 people have errors on their credit reports. There's a 1 in 5 chance that errors are on your report are dragging your score down unfairly, which can end up costing you thousands of dollars. Luckily, you have the right to review your credit reports and challenge inaccurate items. Here's how to get something off your credit report. And I'm going to challenge that statement that came out of the report as well. I've never ever seen a credit report that's completely accurate. They say 1 in 5 have errors. I think, my opinion, 5 in 5 have errors. I've never seen one again that's completely accurate. How to challenge an inaccurate item on your credit report. Remember, nothing has to be on your credit report. But the law says that anything that is on your credit report, I'm not an attorney, the law says anything on your credit report must be complete, it must be accurate, and it must be verifiable. How to challenge an inaccurate item on your credit report? Your right to a free and accurate credit report is protected by the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Under the Act, if you challenge an item on your credit report and the creditor or credit reporting agency cannot verify the item's accuracy, the Act requires the unverified item be removed from your report. It's got to either be confirmed or removed, one or the other. The Act gives bureaus and data furnishers 30 days to investigate and inform the consumer of their findings. That time can extend to 45 days under certain circumstances. The actual time frame depends on many factors, including postal mail timing. It's not always as simple as it sounds, though. Check out the tips and information that we share on our website all the time. How credit report errors occur? Credit report errors can occur for many reasons. Here are some of the common ones. Mixed files. If someone with the same name or similar name applies for credit, a piece of their file can become mixed with your file. A consumer with a common name such as John Smith or John B. Smith or John Smith Jr. Those are all things that are very, very common. They can get mixed up on the reports. Identity theft. If someone has stolen your social security number, they can open a new account in your name. This information appears on your credit report and can be particularly difficult to remove. Furnisher errors. Furnishers are banks, debt collectors, and others that report the information that shows up on your credit report. A clerical error or data issue with the furnisher can mean an error getting passed on to your credit report. Re-aging of old debts. Certain debts are supposed to age off your credit report within a certain amount of time. Re-aging can occur when a debt is sold to a third-party collector and the start date on the debt's clock is muddied and appears to be a new debt. It may even appear twice on the report from the original debtor and the debt collector. This can cause your credit to take a hit for much longer than it should. That's inaccurate. That must be corrected. How fast can you clean up your credit report? The length of time it takes to clean up your credit report depends on the number and type of issues you have. In many cases, you may be able to notice improvements to your credit score in just a few months. However, it could take several years to fully restore your credit. Bad credit issues such as late or missed payments and defaults can remain on your credit report up to 7 years in most cases. However, bankruptcies can remain on your account for up to 10 years. Ultimately, these negative items can affect your credit scores. Fortunately, most credit scoring models place a higher weight on current debt. So as you continue to improve your credit habits, your score can continue to rise. Removing errors from your credit report typically takes less time. The law requires credit reporting agencies to investigate all consumer debts. They have 30 days to complete this investigation, another 5 days to provide you with a written explanation of their findings. If the credit card reporting agency finds in your favor, it can take an additional 30 days to fully remove the debt from your report. How can you clean up your credit report? Number one, review your report for errors. I suggest cleanall3.com, cleanall3.com. You can get a true FICO report, FICO score, and it gives you all the data from your report. First step, review the report. Errors on credit reports often occur more frequently than you might think. So it's important to examine your credit report for errors. You can obtain one free credit report each week from the credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Doesn't give you the scores. It just gives you the report. All the good information. Create a list of errors. You must challenge each item separately with the credit bureau that issued the report. You cannot make a blanket challenge for everything wrong on your report in one letter. Say, for example, you have 2 collection accounts that you want to challenge on the same credit report. You have to file 2 separate challenges. If the items needing verification are for the same account, 2 late payments on your mortgage, for example, you only need to file 1 challenge to request verification of late payments. You do need to specify that you want both of the late payments removed, however. When you finish reviewing your credit reports, take stock of all the items you want challenged. This can help you decide if you want to handle the credit repair yourself or work with a service like our friends over at Blue Water Credit. rsrlinks.com/BWC. Blue Water Credit. rsrlinks.com/BWC. Remember, do not push that dispute item on their website. That's the lazy way and doesn't get anything corrected, or very little. Number 3, gather supporting documentation. Once you know what you need to challenge, you need to gather documentation to support your claim that the items are inaccurate. The more evidence you have, the stronger your case will be. In some instances, it may be hard to determine what kinds of evidence are needed. For example, an identity theft victim may not know that they need to provide or to show that they did not open an account. If you have reason to believe you are the victim of identity theft, warning signs include mysterious addresses and accounts you never signed up for. Number 4, write a dispute letter. This is the next step. Dispute letters. When writing the letter, you be sure to be as specific as possible. Include your contact information along with all relevant information about the dispute, such as the item it's disputing, why you believe it's incorrect, and all backup documentation you're providing. Also, clearly state that you want this inaccurate information removed from your credit report as quickly as possible. Before submitting your request, be sure to make copies of all the documents you're sending along. Do not send your original documents. Only submit copies because you may have a hard time getting the documents back. When you're sending those out, make sure you include a copy of your driver's license, your social security card, and a utility bill with your name and address on it. Include all of those so they know it's you sending this in. Otherwise, they'll send you a note saying, I don't think it's you. Bureaus. My opinion, they make more money keeping your score low, so they've got a vested interest. Number 5, watch your claim results. Credit reporting agencies have up to 30 days from the date they receive your dispute letter to complete a full investigation. If they find your claim to be frivolous, it could take less time to receive a response. No matter what their decision is, credit reporting agencies have 5 days from the completion of the investigation to communicate it. You should receive this in writing. If the credit reporting agency determines that your issue is not an error, no other action will be taken. However, you do have the right to file another complaint. If they agree the issue is an error, they must remove or correct the information from your report. Number 6, work with a credit reporting agency. Again, Blue Water Credit, rsrlinks.com/BWC is the company that I have the most faith in. If the credit reporting agencies decline your dispute, or you're having trouble knowing how to dispute credit report errors, work with a credit repair agency. That might be the way to go. Credit monitoring. Again, that's cleanall3.com, cleanall3.com. Send your dispute letters, send them with some return receipt requested so you know that they got it. You can also, if it is something that's legitimate, you can talk to the creditor and ask them to make a goodwill deletion. You can just simply ask them, I've had a great record with you guys. I did miss this one. It came in a couple days late. Would you mind giving me a break here and take it off my report? Even though sometimes they'll say they cannot, they always can do it. Or you might have to just wait out the statute of limitations. For most credit issues, 7 years, bankruptcies, 10 years. Medical debt is the one exception to the rule. Once you pay the medical debt in full, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, remove it from your credit report. That is Your Credit Matters, brought to you by rsrdebtfree.com, rsrdebtfree.com.